Two female Zimbabwean nationals have been arrested in connection with child abduction in Ogi's Mpumalanga. The women aged 28 and 26 were arrested on New Year's Day after police got a tip-off from community members who were suspicious of the women who were pretending to be caregivers. We speak to the police's Selvy Mohlala. He's the spokesperson of the Mpumalanga police. Because they will be appearing in court only tomorrow. Mr. Mohlala, we do beg your pardon. Thank you very much for your time this morning. What happened?
Good morning and good morning to our viewers and listeners. Indeed, that is correct. You would remember that last week on Thursday, we issued a statement requesting the community to assist us in terms of tracing two children that were allegedly abducted in Kriel. Subsequent to that, we got a tip-off, and we must appreciate the contribution that is made by those who assisted us. And we followed that particular information that there were two ladies in Ogis matching the very same, modus operandi that we spoke about in terms of abducting children. They pretended to be caregivers. And then on our arrival, we found them. Yes, we arrested them. We found them that they were with three children. It's one is 4 months, two it's 6. The second one is 6 months. Then the third one is 3 years old. Baby boy. And we continued with our preliminary investigation. We found that the direction that shows towards where the 3 years old baby boy was abducted from. It says he was abducted in Marble Hall in April, if I remember very well, 2023. Then the other one, the 8 months old, was allegedly abducted in Springs around September. So these are the 4 months old is the one that was abducted in Kriel. And we have continued with our investigation. They appeared before the magistrate court yesterday, and they have been remanded in custody. They are reappearing again today, actually. On those particular charges of child abduction as well as the contravention of the Immigration Act.
Mr. Mohlala, sir, just to get clarity on the details, so it's a 4-month-old, is it a 6 or 8 month old and a 6-year-old?
Yeah, it's a 4 month old, the 8 months old, as well as the 3-year-old.
Okay. All right. And so how did they manage to abduct, for instance, the 4-month-old and the 8-month-old? Did they dupe the parents into giving them the babies?
Of course, they led the parents into believing that they are caregivers. On the story of Kriel, of which is the modus operandi that they were utilizing, they approached the lady, and they came in the pretense that they want to buy goodies and then provide for the child, and then they said that they want to take the child for. The mother of the child believed to be caregivers. She will hand over the child, and then they will take the child, and then that's it. They are gone. So that's it, the way to operate. They will pretend as if they take the child for immunization at the clinic, and they don't bring the child back.
Have the children since been reunited with their parents?
Well, we are still following not yet. We remember there are procedures that we need to do. We need to involve the counselors so that they can be provided with counseling. We need to take them to the medical facilities for all the necessary processes that they need to undergo to check whether they are still in a good health or not. So these are the processes that are still unfolding. And then as soon as we are done with them, then we will be able to hand over them to their families.
They abduct the children to do what? What then happens?
Well, it's part and parcel of our investigation, but we suspect that maybe they will smuggle them somewhere else. They will give them to somebody else for a particular, whether for a fee or whatever, any other matter that will benefit them. So for now, we still part and parcel of the investigation. Remember, it might be a syndicate. So for now, we still have about 2 Zimbabwean nationals. So we don't know whether they were going to take the child to the other countries, or they're going to relate, to give them to others in the country for whatever a fee or not. So this is part and parcel of our investigation to indeed root out what might have transpired. It might have been something that we picked up here in Mpumalanga and arrested them here, but only to find that perhaps they've done this in the other provinces. So we'll work hand in hand with our counterparts in the other provinces to check indeed in terms of details as to whether they don't have the similar cases, so that if they are, we can be able to add more charges.
What charges are they facing?
For now, it's a child abduction as well as a contravention of the Immigration Act, because they don't have necessary papers to be in the country.
Thank you very much for your time this morning.